Hi, this is actually level 1 interview question that has been asked at first round of Power by interview, which involves focusing on DAX questions in financial domain. Here at the right side of data pane, we have the dataset available, a quick walkthrough of what tables we have. That is accounts table, branches, customers, date, financial transactions. Moving on, let me show you how data modeling is done as well. To have a clear picture, we can see the IDs that is linked with respective tables. When we click on properties, we can also see that the relationship or cardinality is many to one. Moving on to the first question, that is, how would you calculate the total amount of deposits across all transactions? Let me show you how to frame a DAX query when asked in interview. Calculate the total amount of deposits across all transactions. Here, we can recheck what transactions is required. That is category, no transaction type. The query goes like total deposits calculate function. We can see the definition of calculate has expressions, so we can use sum of amount from the transactions table and filter by deposits. Now we can represent this and show it with respect to date if required. And also format the date axis and show a time period of amount captured with filtered column as deposits. Next question is, how do you find the total number of unique customers who have made transactions? To find out unique, we can use distinct function. Here we can write it as unique customers as distinct count, which returns every row on customer ID in the transaction table. We can represent this using any visual. I am using a card to reflect the distinct values. How would you calculate the average balance for all accounts? Since this is solely using DAX, we can try it out without DAX by dropping the balance column from accounts table and displaying AVG from values pane. Yet we shall use DAX because using AVG function and playing it using card visual. And show the results on an average value as 34K. Next question is, write a DAX formula to calculate the total transaction amount for the investment category. This is very similar to our first question on calculating total amount of deposits. Solve this question in a similar fashion and reply in comment box to verify the answer. Moving on to, how would you count the number of transactions that occurred on weekends? We already have a date table with weekend as a column. So for this, we will use count the transaction. Before that, we shall use calculate function and use related function, which actually returns the value from another table. We can very clearly observe an error while writing DAX. Let's find out why. It says relationship doesn't exist. Verifying the data model looks fine. The error indicates not using filter function, which actually returns a table that is being filtered. So as shown in syntax, let's write the table and the expression alongside. Now you can see how we can write DAX from different tables. Visualize it of your choice as you want a card, or pair it with other columns to get results. For this, we shall pick the created measure, that is total deposits upon calculate function, and using date ed. And I will add a unrealistic visual to show you how we can visualize this. Since it's year to date, a set of years would fit this category, but this is how the visual would look. Next is create a calculated column that categorizes customers into age groups. We will add a new column. Not more, and add in the switch function over true as a query. A simple conditional query is written here. Write a DAX formula to calculate the total balance for each account type. This is similar to the previous type of DAX query used in question 1 itself, but the logic is using all except. Try this question. And let me know in comment section. Next two set of questions is similar to basic understanding as well. Do try this out on yourself and let us know the answer. Do use the dataset link in the description box below to get the dataset. And that's it on round 1. Stay tuned for round 2 questionnaire.